Burning on my blue collar workers, on my YouTubers. Hope everybody having a good day today. No, I ain't made no videos lately. I just been man, really honestly, I just been in the grind. It's just kind of the same repetitive motion. Go to work, come home, take a shower, walk the dog, eat, go sleep, rinse, repeat. You know, I've been making some progress though. Like I made a lot of progress on a lot of my bills over the summertime, so I just kind of trying to capitalize on that and figure out where I'm putting my money, trying to get all these bills taken care of, whatever. But I was just thinking something about. So I know I had made a video before that my foreman had drug up, went to a different job. He ended up coming back maybe 2-3 weeks later. I was in school. I came back. He was already back. So it's good for me. I mean, he's, like I had said in the previous video, like he's good. He's a good foreman. He's good. Somebody that can teach you a lot. But it just kind of made me think, like, it's kind of important. Don't burn your bridges. Like, in any kind of career setting or whatever, like, there's going to be times when you're going to move on to something that you think is going to be more beneficial to you. And, you know, if you burn a bridge and leave on bad terms, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Like, you might, like, I haven't had the situation personally. Every time I've moved, it's been forward progress. I've never really left on bad terms with anybody. But no, I guess I could say that when I got into the union, I was working at a place as a welding service tech, and they was really pushing me to take over. Like my boss there, he was getting ready to retire, and they'd sent me to do this training from Miller and Lincoln, and they wanted me to take over the service department. But they was talking about like $30 an hour. Like that was pretty much gonna be my cap. I knew I could make more than that, so I knew that I wasn't gonna stay there forever for $30 an hour. Like I knew I could do better than that, so I wasn't gonna limit myself. The good thing was it was close to my house, but there's never no overtime, barely. It was like I would have been stuck on a set financial schedule that wasn't enough for me. So when the union called, I didn't really have the opportunity. I was in the middle of doing something for that company. I was going out of town, and there's one of their bigger customers had a bunch of machines they need calibrated, and I was the only one that could really do it. So when the union called, I told them, I said, hey, can I start? Because they called on like a Thursday or something, wanted me to come in. I was like, can I come in on Monday? Like, I don't want to leave these guys flat-footed. Like, I'm not going to give them a 2-week notice, but I don't want to leave them flat-footed with nobody to complete this job. And they let me do that. So I ended up going, I had like 2 weeks of vacation time saved up. So when I went and go start with the union, I put in for my vacation time just in case I didn't like it. Like, I didn't really know what I was getting into. So I wanted to keep options open in case it didn't work out, or in case I was like, man, this ain't for me. And after my 2 weeks vacation was up, like, obviously I liked it. I stayed in the pipe trade. So now I'm making way more money than I would have if I would have stayed there. So they were a little upset about that fact. When my vacation was over, I let them know I wasn't coming back. They was a little bit upset about that, I guess. So I burned that bridge, but I knew I was headed in a career where I'm not going back to anything less. Like, even now, like, I'm always looking for jobs for the part-time. If I could find something that pays more for the weekend, like, I would upgrade. I don't necessarily like my weekend job. I just do it because I get paid decent for it. And it's something that works around my union job schedule. But anyway, the moral of the story is, when you're leaving a company, it's kind of like I had made a video before talking about building a reputation. You want a good reputation. So this kind of goes hand in hand with that. But say, for instance, my foreman, he had been with my current contractor. He had been with them for, I think, since he turned out as a journeyman. And you know, there were some things going on. Anytime you're on a big job, like, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that you don't like, that's you really ain't got no control over. And I feel like he was getting frustrated with that. But then he went to a different place and seen what he was doing there and was like, screw this, I'm going back. So he called back, and they was trying to give him a run around a little bit, and then they was like, nah, we want you back, because they know he's a good foreman, he's an asset. But if he would have left on bad terms, just drug up and left, without saying anything to anybody, they might not have took him back, and he would have been stuck in a different situation where he wasn't happy. So sometimes we got to think about that. Like anytime you're thinking about a career change or a life change, you don't want to leave on bad terms from where you're at, because you never know, you might go back in that same situation, and that might actually have been a better position. Like sometimes when you take risks or make moves that you assume are going to be power moves, like sometimes they don't work out. Like it's just the nature of the beast. So if there's ever a way to exit in a good situation where it's amicable and everybody's okay at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, like, a job is a contract, man. Like, they don't own you. You doing them a service and they doing you a service. Like, you bringing something to the table, and you're working for them, and they paying you for the work that you're doing. But they don't owe you nothing. You don't owe them nothing. At the end of the day, like, it's a contract, man. If you don't like the contract, you're free to go find somebody else that can give you what you want. But sometimes you ain't gonna find what you want. Sometimes the spot you're in or the people you're working with might be your best opportunity. That don't mean to not go try and see if you can find something better, but if you leave that door open and have a good relationship with people and don't burn no bridges, you always got that option. You can go back, and that also gives you a stronger hand to negotiate, because if you know that, like, I'm good here, you really don't need whatever the next thing is. Like, that's a want. So it puts you in a position of power in negotiating, because they can't have the power over, like, oh, you need us. Like, no, I don't need you. I don't need you. I will come over there, but I don't need you. So I don't know, just a little something, just a little ramble for the day, I don't know, it's raining right now. I've just been doing some rooftop units, and it's kind of a mission to get up there, and I haven't really had anything good I can show as far as welding or anything. I ain't really been doing a ton of welding. It's been just 2.5-inch pipe, so it goes pretty quick. It's not much special. And then we gotta do some threaded piping, and I don't know, we're all over, man. It's starting to get a little colder now. Fall's here, so we'll see what we doing all winter. If we're gonna be up on the roof in the winter, I don't know if y'all know about Minnesota winters, but it definitely get cold, so it'll be interesting. If we still piping these rooftop units all winter, we got a lot of them to do, so we'll see what's up. I'm gonna have some more videos for y'all, but I hope everybody have a good day, man. Don't burn your bridges. Everybody out there, stay getting money, stay trying to live your best life. Man, we can do this.